The one thing that I have become way more aware of over the last several years, and I think my previous job really helped me with this, was like just being super, super comfortable with what I don't know and being super aware and not being afraid to admit it. Because I witnessed so much conflict in my professional life that I think it came from a place of embarrassment of not wanting to admit somebody didn't know something.
Right.
So instead of just saying, I actually don't know the answer, I'm going to look into this and get back to you, people would just make stuff up, or they would be offended, or they would pretend like, how dare you ask me that? And I'll share my little anecdote with y'all that has happened in the last couple of days. If y'all are familiar with the comedian D.L. Hughley, he shared my video on his Instagram.
Wow.
And I am a huge, huge fan of his. I have been, I think since I saw him on Jay Leno, probably back in the early 2000s. I'm a huge stand-up comedy fan in general. That's probably one of my favorite things to consume media-wise. And somebody like D.L. Hughley, like not only is he incredibly bright and talented, but his politics are solid. And he did something during this last election that really made me say, like, all right, dude, thank you. He said some horrible crap about Kamala Harris, and he recognized it. He learned from it, and he came out publicly and apologized. He gave a speech where he endorsed her and apologized. And in his speech, he said, I believe your apology should be as loud as your accusation. And he talked about humility and being able to be wrong. And so that is something that, you know, not only do I like his comedy and I find him entertaining, I appreciated the moment, kind of the vulnerable moment that he gave to all of us of saying, and even on a public scale, like how many of us have to just admit to our partners that we were wrong, and how much does that suck? Being like, yeah, I was wrong. Like admit it to one person in the privacy of your own kitchen is like, oh, it sucks. But for him to be as famous as he is and to say it so publicly, so it meant a lot that he shared that, because a lot of what I've been talking about lately in my social media is kind of the stuff that makes us uncomfortable. Recognizing privilege, recognizing socioeconomic circumstances, recognizing just the things that make us different and make some people's lives harder or some people's lives easier, and just how angry that makes some people.